I'm spilling the tea on sales. So one of the best sales tips is to just want a fresh, dry towel. Just have spare towels. Like, I know laundry and you're trying to minimize the laundry costs. Work in the industry and now I'm just a customer. So I think I have a really good perspective. I think that's a big untapped market. Hello, so if you want to sell more and sell better and sell with ease and sell with confidence, it's all about the energy that you show up in and the connection you make with the person. Have you mirrored back and to them their concern? Have you figured out their concern and then matched the product to it? And always get the client to hold the product, touch, feel, interact with it, or say things like, we're going to use that throughout your treatment today. It's about them. Always make it about them and hand them the product. It makes them feel like they own it. Let them interact with the product. That's like a psychology type of thing. If I'm going to buy something like clothes, you want to try it on, don't you? You want to try on the garment. If I'm walking around a clothes shop, I'm constantly touching the fabrics. So I hope that's helpful. My super one sales tip: if you want to sell more beauty products, beauty treatments, spa treatments, all that, is to actually not care if they buy. Don't care. If you care too much, the energy, the vibe is that chasing energy. You want to attract clients. You want to get really good at sales overall and practice and not be so reliant on my next customer. Has to be my next customer, has to buy something for me to reach my target. That it's an overall approach. I talked about this in detail in one of my sales videos. I'll try to link that below. But let me know if your commission improves and if you can embrace and implement this tip. Let me know down below. It's all about your energy, how you're showing up, and whether they buy or not, you'll recommend, you'll be enthusiastic and cheerful, but at the end of the day, it's you're there to offer service first and foremost. Product and sale are part of that, but maybe add them in later. If you get really good at sales, it's all you need to practice. It goes all in one. Some people are really good natural salespeople. They're just really chatty, enthusiastic. They remember people's names. So come follow my sales page, because I had to learn from having no sales, and I made myself a top seller. And you can too. It's a skill. You can learn it. So do you want to know how to sell? It's simple. You need to get their attention. You need to connect with the person, and it needs to be about them. They don't want to hear about you. They don't want to hear what's worked for you. It's all about getting their attention and building a connection. So for example, have you remembered their name? Have you made eye contact? Have you gotten to the pinpoint of their concern? The concern is the biggest thing. How can you add value? How can you fix their problem? When it comes to like spa treatments and beauty treatments, have you actually addressed their main concern? Have you remembered something they said? Make a little note. If they're a repeat customer, you don't have to ask them if they've bought a course of treatments every time they come in. Little things like that are remembered, and I think giving people, even if you're quite pushed for time between treatments and you're very tightly booked, to give people a calm experience when you're with them. So I hope all this helps, and remember, always try repeat their name, or at least repeat their concern, mirror it back to them, active listening. So to finish up the video, I just want to say that the biggest thing with spa or salon, I think it's always the vibe, the energy you're emitting, the kind of, is there tension between the staff? I think that's the biggest thing, and customers can always tell. If people are rushing, like if the staff are rushing, if around and they're not at ease in their job, or there's tension among the staff, or the biggest thing is like gossiping and chit chat in the corner, it makes people really, like the customer really like what was that? Like nervous, like it's really just not professional, in my opinion. So I hope you found these little tips helpful. Let me know down below if you want me to cover a specific topic regarding sales, beauty salon, spa, the whole world. I used to work in the industry and now I'm just a customer, so I think I have a really good perspective. As a former spa therapist myself and now a customer, I wanted to give a few little tips that I've noticed, because I'd have a very particular eye for new things. So one of them was, I was at a spa recently and they had the consultation book, they had it wrapped in this lovely leather binder. And I'm sure that's simply done because I've been given like a page on a clipboard before and it's not the same. It's just all these small little touches I think can easily be done and easily implemented, and I just really liked it. It just elevated the whole experience. So try that in your salon. Another thing I always really miss in spas is spare towels. Just have dry towels. If I go into the sauna and go in for a swim, I want to come back out and my robe is wet, my dogs are wet. I want to wear the robe over me for modesty, but I just want a fresh, dry towel. Just have spare towels. Like, I know laundry and you're trying to minimize the laundry cost, but seriously, like a little towel won't go astray. Just spare one. Like, I wouldn't mind if it's if it's like not the same color if it's not the same color as some of the others, or if those ones aren't as fancy as the first one I got, or the robe is more elegant, that would be okay. Just spare towels. And then another key little thing to elevate the customer experience, little hints and tips, would be to definitely so at reception maybe have some kind of aromatherapy or a bunch of fresh flowers, and then in the relaxation room always have fresh water with like mint and stuff, or if it runs out, that like the receptionist is also checking. I know the spa therapist is meant to, or have proper spa attendants, but like all these little things add up and really could add to the overall experience. And people just value the effort. I think they value effort put into it. I'm trying to think as a customer myself, what I like and I enjoy. Bring back the magazines or books, even like a lookbook, like a coffee table book. Like, what do I mean by lookbook? It's like a fashion house might have a book, or something about the history of the fashion brand, or something about the local area, if it's like a destination spa. But definitely like magazines, something to read would be cool. Like, they can be one-off costs. You don't have to be like magazine membership, but a lot of that went out the window before. What else? The robes. Please make sure the robes come in different sizes and use your discretion. If somebody's a little bit bigger in size or height or shape, that you would just automatically give them a bigger robe without them having to ask. I felt a little bit self-conscious now. My robe was quite tight the last time and I was like, right, I think the universe is trying to tell me tell me something. So I wasn't too impressed with that, because like there was just no need for it. Just have a bigger sized robe instead of a standard one. If I was any bigger in size, I would not have been comfortable. It would have been like, it was just about closing. So robes make all the difference. Have the best quality robes. Lockers, just get keys for the lockers, like seriously. All these things are like, especially if you're first time going to a spa, all those small little social things like social etiquette, like having to ask for lockers or having to get this type of key or that type of key. Just have separate spa lockers. I'm sure like if you had to give up one treatment room to create a changing room just for the spa people, maybe. I know costing wise, I'm not sure how that would work from a business perspective, but maybe you could charge more for your actual treatments to compensate, or I don't know. I'm trying to think what else. I love when the spa has little signs explaining. I'll try get, I have a video all about Farnham Estate Spa, and they were really good at that. It was like a whole spa experience. They had like water ice. I'll try find some footage for you guys. It was really, really good. Like explaining the different experiences. It just adds to it instead of just guessing. Oh, what should I be doing here? Oh, it's a Kneipp foot bath. Well, you know, explain the benefits to the person. When I went to Centre Parks before, I think it's Elemis, the brand they were. This was one in the UK now, a few years ago, and they had a special like complimentary skin talk. Like, oh, it was brilliant. I loved it. People were like queuing up to get there. They had them at like 2 or 3 times a day. So they had like set time slots. I think it was about half an hour, could be wrong. And it was a whole like discussion about your skin, and it wasn't salesy. It was so good because it was like what are the main, like one might have been themed around anti-aging, or she broached like you could ask the skin therapist questions you can't really ask in the treatment room, but to add that element of education into your spa experience. I definitely wanted to buy, like the therapist would write you a prescription if you needed it there and then, and testers, you were able to play with the products, you were able to even put them on your face if you wanted to, because some people were in their robes listening to this like talk. So that was really a good spa experience. I'm trying to think of like the best spa experience I've ever had. They're always good when I think it's to do with a combination of facilities and an attention from the therapist. And if the therapist is knowledgeable, you can just sense that sometimes when it's their energy, it's the vibe of the place. Like, I remember being in one place that they kept banging the doors. Oh yeah, now I know what that's about. Yeah, I won't mention names because that's not nice. But honestly, they had big fire doors, I know, but like the therapists were clattering about and rushing, and you could just tell there was tension among the staff. Rushing. I went to this place I'm talking about right now a couple of years ago. Yeah, they were banging the doors. So you just remember, as a spa therapist, you're meant to be like a dainty little fairy going around and not be making so much noise. I don't know about the whole men and women separate. I do like the idea of going like for a spa trip and then being able to just have no makeup on and not worry about bumping into like, or being like, I don't know, but then male therapists can be really knowledgeable, and they can be some of the best therapists when it comes to like, often on average, stereotypically, like a sports massage and more that kind of like technical approach, I'll say, where the women are very good on average, stereotypically, more like the intuitive treatments and the healing and the Reiki and the energy-based treatments. So what else could elevate? I think the tone in which the therapist approaches you, as in how does she speak to you. Some of them are so rushed. Or another good customer care would be hands-on, the whole treatment, hands-on. I don't want you, if I'm getting change, you can write a little prescription sheet, like you're meant to be ticking 2-3 boxes, not writing essays as such. I really like when the therapist is there in the treatment. Maybe it's like a reassuring thing, or if somebody was really claustrophobic, I can get like that sometimes. So I like when the therapist is nearby instead of putting this mask on my face, and then you're like they're over in the sitting in the corner or their way, and you hear the noises. Warm hand towels for the start of a massage is fabulous. To cleanse, like, or if you're going for a pedicure, definitely cleanse the feet first, or the hands, even manicure. Like, it's like the start, it's like a ritual. It just adds, really adds. Don't forget about elevating the experience. Like, you just simple things can make it very elevated instead of your bog standard treatment. What else? I've been given like a nail file before at the end. The nail file we used for you today, here you go. Excellent, really like that. Or like really making sure your polish is dry and the finish on your polish. Or I love when they ask, are you happy with that now? Or instead of just assuming that's it, you like the finish, like just give people the chance. But say it with confidence, because you should be confident in your skill as a therapist. I used to find that a lot. Like, I used to be like, oh, I give people the chance, but then to tell me if they don't like the colour of the nails or the treat, or I can't change it once they go home. I used to get annoyed that they wouldn't say it to me, and I'm like, no, Kier, it's your energy, it's your vibe. You're showing up as if they should question it, as in, are they happy? Or maybe not. Maybe, like, some people aren't good with that kind of complaining or saying outright, no, I wanted actually a darker colour, I wanted this. Like, I would even like confirm with them halfway through, or at every step of the way. I think I was just, you should be really confident in your skill as a therapist. That was maybe more at the start of my career, and then I got into my holistics more and reflexology, and just realized that that's more my forte. That some people are really good at the very technical precision, like laser hair removal or like skin peels, that kind of thing. Yes, what else? To elevate your spa experience, I love, down to the magazine and the artwork in your spa, make it all more product based or more spa images. Or I love like signs that explain, the treatment, like, but also like explain and educate your client about like treatments you have. Some spas, they have booklets about the treatment, like not just the brochure, but actual in-depth, like the brands. Say, like, for example, I think they had them in Yonka, or they had them with I'm trying to name some spa brands I used to work with. Talvo, because I did a separate kind of beautician and then a spa course as well. That we used to work with a brand, and they gave like, there were like actual explanations of the treatment for the clients as well. I think keep your whole place focused on, you don't just need pretty artwork on the wall. Yes, you want relaxing and stuff, but you could make that photo like a brand picture, or you could make it like a information sheet, like even an A4 page, framed nice and neat. In the relaxation room, I find sometimes people, their robe is a little bit damp, like so to have on the relaxation treat, like, I know not everybody goes for a swim and stuff and you're meant to dry off before, but to be able to have like maybe a little towel down, or a change of spare slippers in the relaxation room, that would be great. Or to have two separate types of, maybe to have a meditation room, and then to have because it's big business to go for like hen dos and parties. So, but they want to talk. They want to like be in the more, you know how they start to do more like nails and beauty treatments separate in the spa, and then the actual like more relaxing sleepy treatments as I call them in a separate area, or the pool area, with the relaxation room, maybe a meditation room there, and then to have a room or an area where you bring like hen-dos and parties, or where people want to chat. They're in the spa and they want to go with their mother, they want to go with their sisters or family, or like birthday parties, special occasions that they want to celebrate. Women want to chat. They want to chat a bit. What I did see on one menu of a spa was you could rent the spa, the whole place to yourself. Love that idea, but it was like in the evening after hours. Like you wouldn't need that many therapists there to cover even a larger group, because it's kind of like after hours. So I thought that was fantastic. I would have loved that as a party idea. That's cool. And what's really missing from a lot of spas is kid options. As a mom, I would love to go with my daughter, maybe just nails, or I understand you don't want to do the more, it's like health and safety, or it's like insurance reasons, you can't be bringing a minor on the premises, but I think you could definitely do like Mom and Me. You like maybe one pedicure station, and you could do nails there, or you could do mini facials for them. Just I think that's a big untapped market. Obviously, like in play centers you have like pamper spas for kids, but I think more like teenager and like mother-daughter, or just something, if you yeah, it's worth looking into, having a think about it. Could you incorporate maybe like a monthly mother and daughter day, or bring your child like midweek 10 a.m. mother and toddler group. Mothers can get their nails done. I don't know how you would do that health and safety wise, unless you could have a babysitter, and then people can get their nails done, or you'd have to do one by one appointment, or some kind of toddler morning maybe. Yeah, that's worth looking into. I would love that. If I could find that, I would love that, because I always feel really embarrassed bringing a big boogie in or baby in to get treatments, or I've gone to places with my eldest daughter, a lot of like compassion for how hard therapists work and how demanding the job is physically, mentally, spiritually, all that. So these are to help you elevate your salon if you're starting off new, or if as a solo entrepreneur or a solo business owner, or if you're actually part of a bigger business, bigger spa, and you want to elevate the place, or maybe get a promotion, that you could go to your boss with these good tips on how to like elevate the client experience. So until next time.